Hi everyone, it's me Brandy with Be Vintage Design and Decor, and today I'm doing a little bit of a different video because I am filming my front garden and I'm going to do one also of my back garden. But today I wanted to show you what my June garden is looking like out front, and we're going to start out here. There's the new house that's being built next door. It's almost done finally, but you'll see some long grass over there. It's theirs. So anyways, here is my first thing. I have two Cleveland pears at the end of on my tree lawn, and then I have, our home was actually a model home, and so we have these two big beds out front. This is one of them, and I'll just walk around and show you. Some of the plants were here when we moved in, and that would be like these really sad looking azaleas. I'm going to pull them out. I was going to pull them out this year, but I think I'm going to wait until next year to pull them out. My garden's fairly new because there was really nothing planted here when we moved in other than these azaleas. So I put in some grass over here, some tall, it gets about, it's like pampas grass. It gets, I don't know, probably 6 feet tall. And then I put these variegated irises in, and I also transplanted from my mom's garden some regular, just purple irises. I don't know the actual name of them. Sorry, there's an airplane above us. Some more grass, same type. Another pathetic azalea. I also put, I forget the name of these are annuals. I actually got them. I'll put the name in if I remember them. I got them from my son's fundraiser. I have some heucheras in here that I just transplanted from a pot that I bought at Lowe's. And they're looking pathetic right now, but I know they'll come back next year really nicely. I have some coneflowers back here. My little evergreen, I had to replace, this is a new one. I had to replace it this year because my other one died from the winter. I have a peony plant here that I just planted. Oh, there we go. Sorry, my phone was trying to zoom in on my finger. And I don't know the type of peony that I actually bought. And then here's just a repeat of the irises and azaleas. And then here at the end, I have a Hashiki willow that is in a bush form right now. I'm debating if I want to keep it in a small bush form or train it up into a tree. Over on this side of the driveway is another one of these planters, or I should say flower beds. Here I need to plant something. My husband kept running over what was there. So I had to move what was there. I think I'm going to plant another Hashiki willow there. Here I have also some more pathetic azaleas. And then I, over here and over there are the azaleas. Here is my knockout roses. I have pink, and then I also have the red. And then over here I just have more grass, a boxwood, and some irises that I transplanted, and some boxwoods. So now let's go over to the front. Okay, up here I have, let's see, on my front porch, I have a little tiny azalea bush. No, I apologize, that's not an azalea. That is, oh my goodness, it's escaping me right now. I'll insert it, I can't remember what it is. And then I have a hydrangea tree and a little fern over there in a copper pot. Some lavender that took a hit during the winter, but it's coming back. My boxwood hedge actually got a little sunburnt after it was cut back this spring. We had some really hot days. And then another ornamental grass. Here I have some lucky lavender pentas. I just planted. Those are an annual. Here I have some, oh my goodness, there's a ton of Canadian geese over my head. Here I have some, really, seriously, I can't believe they're doing that right now. I have some coral bells, supertunias, and some fountain grass in there. I don't know what this is that's growing in here. I might let that grow and see what that is. I have a magnolia tree that's fairly young. I'm letting it grow. I also transplanted some irises back there. I have some daylilies back there, more irises, and then more of the coneflowers. My lavender is just starting to come up. My fountain, I wanted to have it plugged in for this tour, but we got some really bad rain a couple of days ago, and so I need to actually clean it out again before I plug it in. More lavender. Here's some boxwoods. Back there is a burning bush. I don't know why my phone keeps focusing on my finger, sorry. I have some mums down here, and some more hostas over here, and more coneflower. I don't know what type of hostas those are because I actually transplanted those from my mom's yard. Let's see. Here is a very tiny little hydrangea that I rescued last year. It got sun scorched against the house and was pretty much dead. And so I cut it way, way back, and it's finally coming back. Some more mums. These are also some type of azalea. There's Charlotte in the window. I'm sure you can see the ear moving. She likes to watch me when I'm out here wondering what I'm doing. This grass is getting really big. It actually gets so tall that it hits that window up there, believe it or not. That's how tall this grass gets. And that's probably a good 10 feet at least in the air. More hostas that I transplanted. These bushes I hate. Those are those holly bushes. They're spiky. They do get the pretty red berries during the fall, but they just look yucky all year round. Those were here along with a lot of these azaleas when we moved in. So eventually I want to pull those out along with those fluffy evergreens that always just look awful. Back there I just have some more transplanted flowers, more coneflowers, daylilies. This area back here, I'm just trying to hide that pipe area. So I'm trying to get stuff that will get a little tall. I had grasses planted back there, but they didn't make it. So we'll see how those do. More transplanted irises. My husband's aunt gave us a ton of irises, so I just kind of planted them where I thought they would look good. However, I wanted to actually plant over here that hydrangea tree. So I think I still left enough room. If not, I'll have to move those. I have my mums here that I had in pots last fall, and I put them out here. Here's a limelight hydrangea that I rescued. It was dying at the nursery last year. I cut it way back, and it's coming nicely. It's really filling out. And then here I have some itty bitty little trees. Oh my goodness, why can't I remember what those are? I'm gonna have to like definitely put those in as to what that is. I know as soon as I stop filming, I'll remember what those are. This little mum here that looks like a bunch of twigs, that one was dying and I had to actually move it. It got trampled. So hopefully it comes back. If not, I'll have to replace it. And then here is my pride and joy. This is my curly willow tree, corkscrew willow. And when I got this tree, which it wasn't even a tree. It was literally like one of these that I took off of my mom's tree, and I rooted it in my kitchen, planted it in a pot, planted it in my old backyard as a tiny little baby tree with a tomato cage around it. And when we moved, I brought it with us, and it was probably about as big as that steak when we moved here. So over the last 2.5 years, this is how much it's grown. It's like my pride and joy, because I grew it from a tiny little thing. And then all these rocks that you see around my flower bed came from here. When they were digging the basement out, the guys who were digging the basement out over there, I asked them if they found any rocks, could I have them? Some of them came from our property too, but pretty much all of these rocks I pulled out from the ground over there, or they did. And I put them around our flower bed, and I got all the way up to the front of the house, right about where that owl is, and then I needed to purchase more. So the rest of these I actually purchased from a local landscaping place, and that way I could at least fill in the rest of my landscaping with it. So that is my front yard. I think the only thing I missed is over here. Our grass definitely needs a little TLC because it needs a good fertilizing. We have some crabgrass, but you know what? Everything takes time. So over here is a small little, well, we have these azaleas that are dying, and I have this Japanese maple. It stays green all summer, and then in the fall it does turn like an orangish, reddish color, more orange than red. I extended this bed out and put these arborvitae. They're the emerald green arborvitae, because there wasn't a bed there. It just stopped at this azalea. So we wanted a little bit of like a finish to the bed and a little privacy. These bricks are there because that's what we hold our gate open with when we have to hold the gate open. And then I just have some hostas in my rain barrel. Here I have a little bit more grass and daylilies, but they seem to join together, so I need to separate those. And then a hydrangea that is almost in bloom. You can see the tiny little blooms coming. So yeah, that is my front yard tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And obviously my yard is not perfect. I have weeds right there that I missed this morning when I was weeding, but leave you with a little beauty from my knockout roses. And I will see you in my backyard tour. Thanks for watching.